It made its mark on Halo Reach. Now it returns on Halo 4. This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! Hello people, I'm Hunter Unit 751, bringing you the final episode of the first tournament on Halo 4, Tournament 10 of Ninja Warrior of Halo. We started with 100 challengers in Stage 1 who all had dreams of achieving total victory, but Stage 1 proved brutal for many. Every obstacle played a part, and in the end only 6 men were left standing for Stage 2. And things only got worse from there, as the new and old obstacles took their toll on our survivors, cutting the field from 6 men to just 2, still standing. And today Elite MKB and Drago is Sick shall take on Stage 3. Stage 3 has also undergone changes. Whilst there is no time limit, they face 5 of the toughest obstacles so far. They start with a new obstacle, the Rumbling Dice, then head on to the familiar Pillar Path, which has been the downfall for many people on the old Halo Reach course. They then head on to another new obstacle, the Globe Grasp, then a redesigned cliffhanger, 3 ledges going up and then a big drop down. Finally, they head on to the last obstacle, the Mongoose Slider. Drive the Mongoose across the split rail with the bumps and make one final jump to the finish line. Both challengers have reached this third stage in the past, but they must realise the humongous task that awaits them with all the new challenges. So, do either of them have what it takes to reach the final stage? Time to find out. The first challenger is the Pro Racer Elite MKB, who's doing a little crab walk to the top of the stairs, to the start line. And whilst he's doing that, let's review how he managed to reach this stage. Elite MKB, the Pro Racer, looked good from the start in Stage 1. Had a high number, 96, despite this tournament being in chronological order, but he showed that he deserved it. Good start in the first half, bit of a hiccup in the second half of Stage 1, which meant his finish was close, but he still earned it. And then in Stage 2, he pulled out the big guns, as his run had that little edge that other runs had been missing. And as a result, he managed to move at a good pace, good rhythm, through all of Stage 2, to finish with 6.6 seconds on the clock, making it look like the Stage 2 was a walk in the park. But how will he fare on Stage 3? Here he comes. So, Elite MKB is ready to start. The first obstacle, the Rumbling Dice, he is allowed to shoot the dice forward one roll before he has to get on it. He's off. Elite MKB, the first obstacle brand new for Halo 4, the Rumbling Dice. As you can see, got to stand on the dice and use the shotgun to roll the dice across the track. Very tricky obstacle, requires a lot of timing and skill. Elite MKB's tried an obstacle like this before, but how will he fare? Positioning on the dice is crucial here. Got to stand at one end and then shoot the dice at the other end in the right position, whether it's the corners or in the center area, to try and get it roll. But Elite MKB is having trouble getting it rolling, and is focusing on trying to wiggle the dice forward, which it seems to be working now. He seems to be getting into a bit of a stride. This obstacle does take time, guys, I will admit, but any slip up or mistake will cause you to go down. Requires patience, and if challengers become impatient, they can fall off. Now he's just crossed over into the 3x1, which means he is allowed to jump off the dice onto a little stopper, which you might be able to see at the very end of the track, which is it's in line with the 2 antennas, and from there he can then try and make the big jump. But it looks like he's going to continue rolling the dice to the very end of the track. 2 ways, of course, you can do it. You can just jump to the stopper and then try and make the jump, or roll the dice to the end and use that. Either way, the final jump is a very tricky jump, which has got to have a lot of care taken into it. He's got a big crowd watching on in the background, as well as myself. There's Dusterbuster 2K, a Medpack, and Drago is sick, who will take on the course after Elite MKB's run. He's reached this third stage twice before, but never managed to get very far. How will Elite do on his third attempt? Looks like he's at the end. He goes for the jump. Oh no, he's gone! No, after all that, it came to nothing. Elite MKB struggled when he first got onto the dice, but eventually seemed to get into some sort of a rhythm, only to screw up the final jump and crash out early on the first obstacle in stage 3. Which brings us on to our second challenger. Drago is sick, the All-Star, who's wearing the number right after Elite MKB, 97. And he showed in stage 1 why he deserves to be an All-Star with an almost flawless run. And then in stage 2, he continued that and stood out miles ahead of anyone else with his incredible speed and rhythm all the way through, on the balance tank especially, to finish with almost 18 seconds on the clock, one of the fastest times ever in stage 2. But how will he fare in stage 3? Drago is sick. For the first time ever in his Ninja Warrior of Halo career, he is the last man standing. It's his first time in the third stage since Tournament 6, which is when he last made it, with his previous attempts since then seeing him fall once on stage 1 and twice on stage 2. Now he's back in stage 3 for the first Halo 4 tournament. How's he gonna do? He is off on the rumbling dice. Still got a big crowd watching on. Can Drago, as the last man standing for the first time ever, go and achieve another record of finishing in first place for the first time ever? He's finished in second place 3 times before, but never in first place on a Ninja Warrior of Halo tournament. Oh, that's an interesting rhythm he's got. He's crouched down. Oh, and it seems to be working very nicely. He's struggling originally, but crouched down technique is working very nicely. Crouched at one end and then shooting the other end is forcing the dice to wiggle its way forward very nicely. Could be a good technique for future competitors to use. He's almost at the 3x1 already. He gonna go for the stopper? Yes, he is. Now for the jump. He makes it. Excellent. Now he's onto the second obstacle, the tricky pillar path, as the crowd moves along to watch him. 5 antennas in a straight line, got to be taken very carefully. Oh no, and Drago didn't do that. Oh, he's gone. It's all over. But at least he came up with a very good rhythm and technique, which could be used for the future to defeat the rumbling dice. But even though he was able to use that to beat the first obstacle, he was undone by the second, the ever difficult pillar path, when he overshot the third pillar and crashed out. Oh well. So that ends the historic 10th tournament of Ninja Warrior of Halo, and the first one on Halo 4. 100 challengers tried, but all 100 were defeated, with neither of our 2 survivors defeating stage 3. But with another tournament coming up soon, guys, with 100 more challengers looking to get revenge on the 4-stage course. Until then, we're going to finish off with a look back at the top 20 challengers from this tournament. The top 3 challengers all gained personal bests in this tournament. Drago with his first ever first place finish in one of these tournaments, and Spiteful finishing in 3rd place despite it being his first ever time in stage 2. Sideshow Freak, Newcomer Sane the Legend, and a Medpack make up the other stage 2 finalists. Grand Champion Re95 came closest to beating stage 1 out of the people who failed, and Newcomer Pure Buckcrust came in at 9th. Smoky Massacre, Dusterbuster, and Urban Angel were the other challengers who failed the new Tarzan slide. All-Star USS Defiant 1 failed the warped wall, as did Exdom the Bomb X, because he's a Wally. The Eric T Ironbug champion LZ Ravager and Derp Joe make up the rest of the top 20. And with that, guys, we have officially come to the end of Tournament 10. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it just as much as I've enjoyed making it. Don't know when Tournament 11 is going to start going up yet. I'm in the middle of recording it, and also in the middle of making the Tournament 12 course. But I'll keep you guys updated. Till then, guys, I've been Hunt Unit 751. Goodbye, guys.